Welcome back to the MVP show. Swice here. Mons could not get back because of his flight from New Jersey, but I've been traveling. I was in LA, Jersey, and just got back from Las Vegas, so we might talk a little bit about that. But without Matt here, we have some very special guests. We have Blake and Brett here from Bigger Bets. Welcome into Podcast Junkies in Boca Raton. How we feeling today, boys?
Good, man. Good. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. So first question here would be, how do you guys come up with the name Bigger Bets? I know the names are Blake and Brett. I'm not sure if it was because of that, the double B's. Like, how did that happen?
That's actually a great question. I don't know, Brett. What would you say? I think it's just more because of the lifestyle and everything we live. We try to do everything just as big as possible, like have the most fun with it and everything. So it just kind of like we were all sitting in a room trying to think about what we were going to come up with, and it just made sense when we were just all talking about it. What do you think?
Yeah, we had a bunch of friends tell us like you needed to start making like YouTube videos and stuff. So we were like, okay, let's come up with a page. So it was actually started as Lucky Ventures.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we had like a YouTube video. We had a videographer like traveling with us and like
We did the whole thing.
documenting everything. And then I don't know, we were hanging out and it just hit Bigger Bets because like what we were doing was gambling, and we're always making pretty big bets. So it just sounded good, and it was like you knew.
It definitely when it was brought up, the name change from Lucky Ventures. When Bigger Bets was brought up, we were all just kind of like, okay, that's the one. You know?
Gotcha. And what's your back? How do you guys know each other?
So his little brother has been my best friend for pretty much half my entire life. I was born here in Miami, and I was raised here until I was about 10 years old. Then my uncle was traded to the Portland Trailblazers. His name is Steve Blake. He played in the NBA for a long time. So
The point guard.
yes. So when that
I'm
happened,
like, I definitely know Steve Blake.
when that happened, my family all like uprooted and we moved to Oregon, and that's when I met his little brother, and we've all just been like family ever since.
I'm like, I recall. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
the White
yeah. I know.
Mamba.
Yeah, I know who Steve Blake is. He was in the.
It was pretty cool. I got to meet Kobe,
was born
Shaq,
in-
all sorts of cool guys.
That's awesome. That's really. What is he doing now? What's Steve up
He's
to now?
in Orlando-ish area. His son actually just accepted a scholarship at the University of Maryland. He's going to go play there, so that's cool. But he's got two other kids going through high school right now as well, so he's just kind of relaxing, enjoying the retired life, coaching his kids.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. So in terms of betting, and obviously you've been around the game of basketball for a while with a professional NBA. I don't know how many years he put. It was definitely over 10 years.
13, I think.
Yeah. He was definitely over 10. When did you guys start sports betting?
He's got the better intro. I just kind of started doing it because they were doing it. I've been around casinos my whole life. My mom and them like to go take me there, when I'm a kid, just whatever. But
I wish my parents did that.
I wasn't like gambling, but he has a better story than I do for sure. They kind of introduced me to sports betting because I love sports. Obviously, I was playing and stuff, but I never thought like, I can make money from this.
How it started with me is my dad would take us to Vegas every year. When you're
I'm so jealous.
12 years old.
Right? Yeah.
And there's nothing to do when you're under 21 there. So we would give my dad all the money we had at the time, and he would go take it to the sports book, and we'd bet on a baseball game, and we'd watch like in the Mirage at the California Pizza Kitchen because you could see the games from there. So that's what we looked forward to every year was betting on a baseball game, and we were under 21, so we'd give my dad all the money, tell him what to bet, and he got us hooked on gambling.
Like save up money to go wait for you.
That's fucking awesome.
That's what.
That's the dream. I wish my I hope my parents usually listen to these and that they had done that. I was seeing a lot of parents at the pool when I was in Vegas last week. Stayed at the Bellagio, so that was fun. Put everything, or not everything, but put a couple $100 on red, hit, and I was like, you know what, I'm good.
Did you put any futures or anything in?
No, I'm going back next month, so I'll probably do that then. But betting on the offshores and stuff. Like to do that, especially with the futures, because I don't have to deposit the money. I don't have to pay if I lose, and I think I'm going to win most of them.
Yeah.
So I don't worry till on the credit shops there.
That's the way to do that.
Yeah, that is pretty smart.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing with that. So give me a little history on like Bigger Bets and what made you I know you guys are doing it for free, right? But what made you guys pursue just start to give out your picks and information to other folks rather than just keep it to yourselves?
I think mostly it was just like the push from our friends and the people around us. Like they were all just like, you guys are doing all this crazy stuff and living such a crazy life and doing it all from gambling. Like, and after so many people asking me like, hey, like, what do you want? What are you on for this day? What are your picks for this week, for this and that? I was just like, all right, like, it's time to just make a page or make a group and make everything and just put it out so I don't have to get 1,000 texts a day from all these people, this and that, trying to ask me what they want in this. And it's like, after enough people wanted the information, you know, I'm just going to give them what they want. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're also in a Discord too, with like 30,000 people.
yeah, if you guys know who Freezer Tarps is.
Yeah, of course.
That's our boy. And he has a Discord called DGen Tavern. And we run a channel in there with like, it has like 30,000 public members, but the people that pay for it, I'm not sure exactly how much, but they religiously blow our phones up every day asking for picks. So we run that too.
And you give it out all for free.
Yeah, we don't make any money from it. I'm sure like the Discord guys do.
Yeah.
Whatever, but like
We do everything for free. At the end of the day, like I don't really.
we make
see
our money from
value
gambling. So like we don't really care to like, you know, like what we want everybody to make the money with
Yeah.
us, you know. So
Hey,
it's
Hey,
like,
I mean, my company's called Make Vegas Pay, so
Yeah,
that's what I try to do is make them pay. Wear it always when I'm out there. So speaking of that, would love to hear some of the maybe top 2 craziest parlays or bets that you guys have hit or
God.
stories.
Definitely,
I know there's a lot. We always bring people on. I love asking this question.
what, the 175,000 one?
I mean, I hit 100,000 last week, so I do a lot of parlays. I'm a parlay king.
This guy is the baseball parlay guy I've never
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here because we've had a lot of. We started doing the show in August, and starting in January, we had a guest on basically every week. And a lot of the guys, some of the guys who've been kind of on the older end, 40s, 50s, will come on and say, oh, parlays, you're never going to be profitable. A book will take that action, whatever. What do you say to those people who are against that?
I agree.
I agree too.
I agree.
Yeah.
Straight bets is always the way to do it. I'm a degen gambler, so I like having fun. I need that adrenaline. Of
If you
hitting
have
big.
the bankroll and you're betting
Yeah,
smart,
exactly.
if you're betting smart with your parlays, if your straight bets are making up for what you're trying to blow in parlays and like you just do it for fun, then like
All right,
like,
so
that's okay, but
let's
if-
talk about some of your parlays and what you guys have like. What's that big one you were talking about?
There's been several. I probably hit.
we'll see if
5
you
or
can, do you have the ticket?
600,000.
Do you have the ticket?
So, yeah, I do have the ticket. We have like one. What? A week ago? I don't even remember.
Well, like what? That was 3 nights ago. You just hit for
I
40,000
hit 40,000 on Sunday.
on what was it? 6 unders?
My buddy Mike over here, he loves betting unders, so it was his last day he was staying, and I sent him the parlay. He asked for the ticket the night before.
Baseball?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's the Mike special because he loves the unders. So I picked 5 unders. We sweated out the whole day, and we cashed that for 40K.
Off of 500, I believe, right?
Yeah.
500 to 40K, 5 unders.
No, it was 1,000.
1,000.
And I don't know. About
Just the unders was 1,040. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
this week. Yeah, that was a big hit this week.
about 2 weeks ago, I hit for 100,000, and then a month ago,
What was the 100,000 one on unders
it
again?
was 5 MLB underdogs.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that's like his thing.
Oh, I love that. I love taking underdogs. It's a big thing for me, especially with the parlay. You get the crazy odds. So I'm happy to hear you hit that.
I was gonna say, if you guys don't know, baseball is the best sport to bet underdogs. There is no reason, rhyme or why, unless it's like the Rockies or something like that, that an underdog
Well, they're like a AAA team at this point.
should not
Yeah.
win in baseball. Like it can always happen. One swing of the bat, the whole game changes. So if you guys don't know, plus money baseball, best bets probably.
Yeah, the best team in baseball wins 58% of the time. So
What's your opinion on the? You're talking about the underdogs. What's your opinion on the run line versus the money line?
baseball games are so close. It's so hard to even win a baseball game.
Most of the time, like I would say, like from what I've seen, plus 1.5 is gonna cash night. Like
Plus
majority
1.5
of
is
it.
good. I don't like doing minus 1.5.
minus 1.5 is
And
probably
I
a
don't
trap.
like paying favorites. So like minus 200s, I'll never touch that.
The only time I will is like Scooball or like Paul Skeens, but Paul Skeens gets no run support. So like
Yeah, he does.
like I call it Scooball day. Like once a week when I know like it's the Tigers, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna print some money today. Like that's the only time I'll pay juice on like a really good pitcher when I know he's locked in going for Cy Young or something. But other than that, like in baseball, it's not worth it.
I can also talk
good.
about the 175,000 parlays. So this is like a month and a half ago. I made a bet. Asked Blake. I needed an extra leg to add to it. So it was he gave me Duke first half. March
Oh
Madness
my
was going on.
god!
So it was the first leg. We had like Duke -5, and we were cooked. They were tied with 20 seconds.
We have a video of it. Yeah, but Cooper Flag hit a 3 with no time left to cover. With
What game? Who did they play?
I don't even remember.
I think Arizona.
Arizona or something like that. But it was like a last second cover, like buzzer, hit the buzzer when it left his hand, covered for the last moment. And as soon as that happened, we knew the parlay was going to hit.
Then the next leg was the Oakland Athletics first 5 was 0-0. They hit a homer to go up 1-0.
In the top of the 5th, they hit
with
2 outs, hit a home run to go up 1-0 to move the next leg on. So it was just immediately 2 sweaters back to back. And then the third leg,
it was the Cubs in the over. And there was like a diving catch. The dude missed it, and they scored like 5 runs, and then we ended up
it was destiny.
What about some misses though? We've heard a lot of cashes. What about the bad beat? I mean, I'm sure you have a ton of bad beats.
He has a list. He has a list.
I literally have a list.
He has a list.
Do you have any football bad beats or just baseball for the most part?
I mean, we bet on football too, but nothing that I can.
The Kansas City Christmas one, but that wasn't really a bad beat. That was just a bad bet.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but
most of the time we just bet what's in season for us because we like to just keep the action going.
Yeah, you keep it going year round,
and we do it every day, you know. So it's hard to remember sometimes, like all the stuff in the past. But
and you're always able to find an edge every single day.
Basically, yes. It's kind of like a system just to like try to give us as much advantage against the casino that we can, you know.
Okay. In terms of data and what you're looking at, like what do you don't need to share the full details, but what are you guys looking at in terms of that?
We're looking at lineups, pitching.
For baseball, it's like a lot more analytical, I feel like, than people realize. Like, you know, pitching is very, very important. It controls the whole game, right? So if a guy's been doing good or he's coming off injury, something like that, we pay attention to things like that, or how he's been doing versus left or righties, you know, how a guy's been hitting too. It's all just kind of matchups, basically.
It's tough with the daily. That's the thing that gets me with baseball is that it's, you know, every single day. Football, I have a whole week to research. Like I look up offensive, defensive line rankings, the referee. Like I now have an intern doing every single division, looking at their beat writers to see all of that. Wow. So having a week for me just gives me a lot of prep for that. Another thing that I do a lot of is the NFL live betting. Have you guys ever dipped into live betting at all, or is that?
Time,
yeah, we live bet a lot.
For baseball, what do you find good value in for that?
So
I like betting live underdogs. So
yes.
Be down in like 3 runs in a baseball game, it'll be like plus 500. And you can kind of just read, like the pitcher starts throwing balls.
That's what I was about to say. Is like most of the time we can look at each other and be like, "You ready?" And we know exactly.
But you guys are watching.
We know
game.
exactly what's about to happen.
Okay,
like,
that's what I do. I feel like I got to get a feel, especially for the live betting. I do a lot of halftime betting for the NFL. But we've discussed a lot about baseball so far. I know we're also basically all year round in season with the UFC. What is your guys' kind of betting philosophy, or what do you guys like to do with UFC fights? I've gotten really into it, so just want to hear what you guys like to look at for UFC.
Oh man, for me, I mostly look at about like their last 3 opponents and who they've beaten, and kind of just base it off my own knowledge, like seeing like how has this guy been performing recently, like has he beaten somebody this guy's lost to or won to, like or beaten. Sorry, but that's pretty much how I look at it with the UFC stuff. Other than that, like, it's kind of just based off of like my own knowledge in the past and just kind of like seeing what the lines are, different things like that. I won't bet into super juice lines on UFC. Sometimes I'll take the dog just if I think it's good value, but most of the time I just try to see record based.
Gotcha.
You should tell him about when you interviewed Dumas.
Oh yeah, you know Cedricus Dumas is?
Dumas.
The guy that got arrested for being in a dog crate, the UFC.
Oh, yes.
So he is.
I remember him as that, not by the name.
Yeah. So he's actually a friend of ours. We were both sponsored by this company. So he was in town for the Miami fight. He was like, let's do an interview or whatever. And he was talking about smoking and all this stuff. It was hilarious. And then he gets knocked out. But he's still a good homie of ours. But I don't know what to think about that whole situation. What do you think about that whole situation, about him being found in the dog crate and stuff?
It's just so funny.
I think it's hilarious, man.
It's fucking always.
He's still a cool guy. Like, he was just like, of course I'm gonna hide from the cops, man. What do you mean? I was like, in a dog crate though.
always the athletes. There's something always crazy going on.
Yeah.
In terms of, do you guys go out to? I know you guys said you travel a lot, but pre-show, do you guys go out to Vegas a lot?
We used to.
Well, yeah, you said you used to, yeah. So
yeah,
it's been about a year since I went. My buddy has front row tickets to the Raiders, so he'll take me once a year, and I'll go for that.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes we go with your family too.
I've been trying to go to Raiders game, but it's like fucking $500 to get in the door for the nosebleeds. And
Really?
I'm trying to go to every NFL stadium. That's kind of my thing.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to 16 now. So I'm gonna hit Kansas City and.
I was gonna say, what do you have left?
Kansas City and who's that? Fuck is the other one? Oh, in Houston this year. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
And maybe a
CJ
playoff
Stroud?
game.
And which one's the loudest one you've ever been to? Obviously,
Yeah.
depends on the game.
Good question. Well, New Orleans I was pretty hammered at, so that was with my boys like right after college. New Orleans was really loud. I've been to Buffalo, but that was like one of my first games, so that was a while ago. And probably the most fun was Dallas because my buddy worked for the stadium, so he got me on the field
there you
after. They upset the Saints. I had like the Cowboy Rita, which is like their big,
Giant.
Cowboy Rita thing.
The cheerleaders.
Yeah, that was good too. There's got to be a louder stadium that I've been to. And honestly, last year I went to Pittsburgh, Cleveland, that Thursday night snow game. So it was clear the whole time, and then it started snowing, and it was great. So I've been to a lot of cool games, and I'm excited because I'm going to Kansas City, Commanders, and then Buffalo, Houston. So and hopefully a playoff game. I've only been to a wild card game where I'm a Packers fan. I saw the Eagles get smoked by the Bucks in Tampa. So this year I kind of want to go to a divisional round game, kind of progressing up to the Super Bowl, going to a different one every year.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Obviously I've been to Dolphins games and
I've only been to the Dolphins game, I think. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was versus the Raiders. So.
yeah, that was fine too. But in terms of tips for people in your Discord or new sports bettors, like what do you guys suggest? Obviously, you guys have been very profitable and successful. You guys are doing this full time and not charging folks, which is awesome. What's some free advice you could say for people that are betting?
Bet with your brain, don't bet with your heart.
I like that one.
Don't chase.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
Probably
one.
the golden rule.
I think when I ask most people that question, they say like bankroll management.
That was my next one, but that's kind of like encompassed in bet with your brain, not with your heart. Because the more you get pissed and the more you want to chase, the more you want to do this and that. That's when you start making mistakes.
Yeah.
We've all been victims of emotional betting.
It happens.
I people on this show who watch weekly know that I had a terrible March Madness. I usually bet underdogs, as we were kind of talking about.
Strat?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was partially that and partially just got out of hand and became undisciplined. So I got to get back disciplined for the football season. But we talked about baseball and UFC so far. I do want to dive into some of the other sports. In terms of, UFC fights coming up, is there any fights that do you just look the week of, or is there fights you like to target that are further down the road kind of thing?
Pretty much the week of for me. Like this weekend, I know I'm probably gonna bet on Poirier, even though I know that most of my friends are gonna probably want to bet Max Holloway. But for me,
that shit's this week.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
yeah.
I feel like he has an advantage at home. Most of the time when I know a fighter announces their retirement before the fight, I fade them because I'm just like, okay, they're already checked out. Like it's
Poirier's retiring?
Yeah. So I believe he is, right?
I don't know.
I think he is, right? Yeah, he's retiring after this fight. So,
Wow.
But it's in Louisiana.
Crowd's gonna be rocking
for
there.
the BMF. He's got too much and he's a dog. So I'm just like, all right. Max Holloway is
what
too.
dog is he?
No, not like a dog on the line. I'm saying like he's just a dog as a person.
Oh yeah, he's a dog. Yeah.
Max Holloway just got knocked out too, so that's got to be a chink in the armor.
The Diamond is a fucking great name.
Yeah, exactly.
Name. I love
so
that
Max
shit.
Holloway had never been slept, and he just got slumped by him. So I was like, all right, like I feel like he's beatable now, So it's like I'm definitely gonna go big on Poirier.
All right. Yeah, we got. I know they don't release some of the bigger fights coming up, but that's good to know you guys do that a lot with UFC. We've had a couple UFC guys on who specifically only do UFC, but it's good to hear you guys are well-rounded and do all that. In terms of NBA, I know you mentioned the Steve Blake connection here. Is there, in terms of NBA Finals next year, have you even thought that far ahead?
Oh man, I know it's not going to be the Pacers. That's for sure.
Yeah, they got screwed there. They got.
He had a crazy futures bet, man.
Yeah.
That was
on
crazy.
the Pacers to win or just make it.
Like what were the odds?
88-1.
88.
I saw C Blaz. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah,
That's why I bet it.
Yeah, yeah.
I tailed him.
Yeah, he's been big on them forever. And
So,
he,
like,
he wrote it out. I don't know if he really wrote it out. He was just saying that for social media. I would have hedged that.
I hope he hedged. I hope he.
I didn't hedge.
Yeah,
I lost.
Yeah, we know that.
I mean,
guy.
the Thunder. I mean, they're gonna be dominant for years.
Yeah, and they just handed out some big money, so I think the players are gonna be even happier now. They just got to build around those.
Nah, I think I'm a Houston guy next year.
Oh man, that's gonna be a good team.
I mean, they already were, and you get Kevin Durant, and
They did trade some key pieces.
They couldn't
Cam
score.
Whitmore, they traded Cam Whitmore though, right?
yeah, they traded him. They
I feel
traded
like
a couple
that was
guys,
A solid bench piece that they got rid of.
but I mean,
How do you feel about
Denver got better though too.
True. But you see, I think
The
Jokic
East is just dog shit.
Jokic
but-
was talking about not accepting the extension and wanting out, but then I saw something now he's saying he's going to sign. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But I'm
Imagine
going.
if he didn't resign.
I'm going with I would love to see West Finals Rockets Thunder, and I think Durant pushes the Rockets over. He's still putting up 25 a night. So that's kind of my opinion on.
It's impossible to stop somebody that's 6'10" and can shoot threes like lights out. Like how do you guard that?
I've listened to like sports commentary, and everyone said if they did like a one-on-one tournament, Durant would probably beat like Jordan, LeBron, like all those guys because he can just shoot over everybody.
I've seen it in person. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, he's so tall and long. I don't know how you can with somebody that skilled and can move like that. It's so hard to guard. Like I don't know how you. If he has an off night, he has an off night, and you're lucky.
No, they got a good coach. They got young guys. They got Fred VanVleet who won, Durant who's won. I
was
think
gonna say-
they're my team for next year. They're my team. I think he was the missing piece. And going to the East real quick, the New York Knicks are. If they don't win this year, I don't know how they're ever going to win anything.
They might dismantle. I think after if they don't win this year, you don't think they'll offload his Cat's? Do you think it'd be Brunson or Cat? Probably Cat.
Cat.
Yeah, probably Cat. They have to do something, make some moves if they don't win this year. Pick up more pieces, pick up more guys. But either get rid of Cat or build around them and get even more money out somehow.
Yeah.
Who's the coach now? They got rid of.
Got rid of
Mike
Tibbs.
Brown.
Mike Brown. Yeah, I've met him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, no, he's a good coach. It's just like I don't know how much. I mean, I guess he has different philosophies than Tibbs, but you know, you got rid of that and
Tibbs
whatever.
is a big defense guy.
So my finals prediction next year is Houston. Do you think Thunder back to back?
For more than likely, I think so. Yeah, it's gonna. Be,
I mean, whoever comes out of the West, I don't think the East has.
what do you think the Lakers are gonna be like? And how do you feel
And now
about,
that they got
I was gonna say,
Aiden
on Houston? How do you feel about Jalen Green rather than Fred VanVleet? Do you think they should have got rid of like VanVleet and kept Green?
Nah, I'll keep the veteran guy.
Okay.
I mean, they got the scoring back with Durant, and I remember Jalen Green in the playoffs was like,
Their defense is it's gonna be.
yeah,
So-
and Sengun is nasty. So
True.
I'm-
Baby Jokic or whatever they call him, or
Baby Jokic, yeah. No, I'm a Houston guy for next year. I've definitely diminished. Like I don't know what your guys' take on it. Would like to hear actually, but I just think the NBA's product has gone a lot downhill, and I've gotten more into like college football and even like UFC, for example, and even like baseball. I think the product's a little more exciting than the NBA, where they don't play defense, guys miss games and whatnot. What do you guys think about that?
to be honest, I agree with you. I don't even like watching my bets most of the time. It's just like
For NBA?
I don't like watching baseball unless I bet on it. Like
Yeah.
For me, I get too stressed and stuff, but like I love going to the games and betting on it. Like if I have a bet on the game and I'm going to it, I love that stuff. But otherwise, I don't like to watch too much. It's like
That's a good point. I was gonna ask. Speaking of that, you know, you guys have
unless I have live bets and stuff I need to
So
do.
you've been to a bunch of MLB, NBA games.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, growing up,
We
I
can
went
tell you.
to,
I would love to hear a bet that like you hit or missed while you were at a game.
my God.
That's more
I
interesting.
have a
story.
great. We have
Yeah,
a
we have-
great.
You go to a lot of
story
Heat
for
games?
that.
No, a lot of Marlins games. So
Oh God, that stadium! I went there for the first time
This
actually,
is really good.
and I was like fucking indoor park. They got like a band playing. I went for the Flanagan's fucking fest night, so that was actually got a good turnout.
I came up with a strategy for Marlins games.
Oh God,
The game began last year.
you should look at the camera for this
Yeah,
one.
This is really good.
So no one goes to these games, right? In the MLB, there's probably 2 or 3 stadiums where there's just very low fan attendance. It's in Oakland, then we got
Or Sacramento.
Sacramento now,
Yeah.
and then Colorado and Miami. So I came up with a strategy where we would go to the Marlins games, we would sit field side, and we would heckle the players.
Behind the visitor dugout. So we would bet.
How much do
against
these
them.
tickets even cost?
$100, and we're right behind.
$100?
We're right behind. Like, let's say the Phillies are playing the Marlins, right behind the Phillies dugout, like right
Holy
there.
shit.
So the first base coach, John Jay, he was the first base coach.
Used
last
to
year.
be.
He's on the Cardinals now. We got T-shirts and we came up with a term called double play Jay. So every time there'd be a runner on first, we'd chant double play Jay, hoping for a double play.
He hated us.
And we started developing relationships with the Marlins players. So like Jazz Chisholm was on the Marlins at the time. Loved us. We showed up to Philly one time and the entire dugout went crazy. They saw us pull
They're
up.
like, it's you guys.
So what we did, we decided to coordinate and we brought 100 people to the Marlins game.
We bought 100 seats behind the visiting team against the Marlins dugout. I think it was the Rangers, the
They were
Texas
playing the
Rangers.
Yep.
We bet $100,000 on the Rangers. We bought every seat behind the dugout that we could. We gave all the tickets away out for free, and we said whoever's the loudest at the end of each inning, we'll give you $1,000. So basically, for 9 innings straight,
Wow, I wish I had heard about this. I would have fucking been there.
all we did was scream at this pitcher, man, and we had dudes.
He must have been looking
We
at
had
you.
dudes breaking stuff in the dugout. Like, it was, the manager was like, "What?" And there was like 100 of us. So like, what could he do? You know? So like, it was crazy.
Security didn't say shit.
They tried, bro. There was all of us there. There was nothing they could. They're like, "What are you gonna kick all of you
Yeah, what are they gonna kick
out?"
100 people out?
Yeah, we
It
have
got
a video of
it got pretty intense.
But we've been to so many games. I think I'm banned now, so I got kicked out of the last one. I officially got kicked out.
He tried to digitally buy tickets, and because they scanned his ID or something in the last game we went to, whenever he tries to buy tickets in his name, they just don't get delivered to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we go to these games, and then, like, for example, my friend made his MLB debut for the Diamondbacks. So we went there, we sat front row, and the head coach, Torey Lavelle, he was like, we were telling him to, like, steal, and he would steal. So it was pretty cool to do, like, things like that, like, where we actually had an influence on the game.
Yeah, you had an impact. Like, and it was okay. That's another great story. We hit the $100,000 parlay, and it was our friend, his teammate from high school baseball, hit into the double play for us to cash the ticket to win $100,000.
Yeah.
Name is Tim Tawa on the Diamondbacks.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that was epic.
It's a pretty cool experience.
So when
Like,
you
it went
guys
full
hit
circle.
these 100,000 bets, are you guys splitting the win? Like, how are you guys doing
It
that?
depends. Like, you know, most of the time, like, if we all contributed to the ticket, then yeah, like, it depends whose money it is. Sometimes we bet together, sometimes we bet solo, but we're all pretty much a team the way we operate.
That's
It
awesome.
comes back one way or the other.
Yeah.
No, that's
We'll go on a trip or something, and somebody will cover something, or like, you know, the other. And we're just like,
that's a great story with the Marlins. I wish I was a part of that. I probably would have won one of the
Next
innings.
one, man. You gotta come.
He's not even allowed in the fucking
see.
stadium.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Marlins, if you see this, we're sorry.
Hey, no, you're bringing them people. You're bringing them attendance.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
Like,
they need.
Yeah.
You're bringing them probably.
We
you
sold
give 'em
more
100
tickets than you guys.
plus the concessions and shit.
We sold more tickets than they did.
Yeah, you guys are basically the Marlins ticket sales.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, come on.
You guys, that's great.
Yep.
That
It's
was
great.
a good experience, though. We definitely got to try to do that again. I don't know if they'll let
Can't
us,
even
but,
explain
yeah.
the experience. It's just,
When the
you have to
security
do that.
sees us coming, they just start shaking their head, and then some dude from up top comes down with like one of the things. And
Oh,
it's like, you guys
God.
gotta go.
Oh man,
they all know it's
that's
now.
crazy. No, I love that. That's probably a top 3 story I've heard from guests. With I haven't heard anything with heckling and bringing 100 people.
Oh,
to
and
the
they
game.
got loud. They wanted that money. So like, and we actually gave it to them too. So every inning somebody won, and then we paid them as it went. So people got louder
Wow.
and louder.
Well,
and
next
louder.
time we'll get Ben there. He might win $1,000 for being the loudest. Ben can get loud.
Best part is we won. So
We're like 17-1 at Marlins games.
yeah,
Wow,
it's
that is
We make an impact.
yeah. You I mean, they would be World Series winners if you guys went to every single game.
We just fade them every game.
No, we don't. We bet against them.
Oh, bet
every
against
single
them.
time. Every
Yeah, they
single-
fucking didn't they play the Rock? Did you go to when they played the Rockies?
didn't.
No, but we saw some people that they bought every single 50-50 raffle ticket they could because it was like the record lowest attendance.
Yeah.
To basically like
that's a good
they
idea.
like rigged the odds against them to make like $3,000 or something. I was like, that was a great idea.
So we're talking about the Marlins, talking about attendance. If you guys were running the team, how would you get more people in the stadium? I'm down for whatever
I'd
idea.
probably give tickets away. Like,
No, but I'm saying like free beer, like, girls dressed
Maybe
slutty. I don't fucking
open
know.
bar.
Open bar.
It would just get insane though. I feel like everybody would get way too drunk. Open bar for 2 innings or like
How much would you charge?
for a ticket, $50 a ticket.
Open bar for 2 innings. I like that.
2 or 3 innings, maybe. Because I feel like if you did it for 5 or 6,
Brett, what do you think?
everybody's just hammered. Like,
It's a great question, man.
from Marlins game. Okay, so you got to think about the culture and the people too. You could do. Like,
How are you gonna fill that stadium up? Free booze?
That's definitely, you can't go wrong there.
Free booze for sure.
maybe like a 7th inning reggaeton performance or something.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. 7th inning.
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, just
Something like
Latin
that.
vibes. I don't. Latina woman and beer.
Wow. This got me thinking about. I don't know. I'm trying to think what would get.
Yeah, what
me
would
to-
you do?
I mean, I went to the Flanagan's Fest game. That was fun. But I do think obviously free booze.
Yeah, everybody loves free alcohol.
I
If
don't
Matt
know.
was
I don't know.
here, if Matt was here, he would say throw a bunch of pennies on the field.
He's doing the Jew jokes at me. I thought we were gonna not have that this time. But Ben had to bring it up. I don't know if you kind of like made it like a party atmosphere. Told me there was like a 2-to-1 girl to guy ratio. I'd fucking go.
Okay.
And like
Or
and they
ladies'
had
night,
like
ladies'
different
night.
ladies' night, but like not like I don't know. Maybe,
Well, like if you did ladies drink free, and every dude would want to take a girl on a date that night to the game, right?
there we go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like,
Ladies drink
be
free.
like, oh,
all
I get
night.
to save so much money. Like, and I'd be like, and the tickets are like $12, right, or whatever. So it'd be like, it's a perfect date.
Yeah. Or just
She would hate it, but she drinks free, right? Like,
just to how about they do the game and then after everyone just fucking parties on the field.
they did do one of those actually. They had like the Venezuelan
Like a
night.
legit party though. I'm not talking about like do whatever the fuck you want kind of on like there's like beer
They
pong
just tarped the
tables
field
and
and like,
shit
yeah,
like that.
would be crazy.
I don't know.
I would go to that.
We should work for the Marlins.
Sitting
We should
through
buy
9
them and
innings.
just take over. Fuck this shit.
Sitting through 9 innings of Marlins baseball so I can get hammered on the field after. That's something I would do.
I would do.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would get hammered on the field after. Put a little like
Like a tarp down.
Yeah,
or something.
put a tarp, put a pool.
They do like
the beer pong
concerts
tables.
sometimes.
Yeah,
After,
yeah.
But they're not like that.
No, Lone Depot's nice, and it's got I knew they do the World Baseball Classic and shit.
At least I know a game's never gonna be rained out.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what I like about it.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears to NFL.
Okay.
Usually we got the guest on Zoom, probably 75% of the time, but you guys are in person and Matt's away, so we'll see what your knowledge is with the NFL here. So we're gonna go over unders. We're gonna do some of the bigger teams here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for like a minute on the. Ben will have the timer up for me, so I can get a clip out of this, and then we'll hear your guys' opinion. If you have questions on players and stuff, NFL's my thing. So
I might have some questions.
yeah,
You're
that's
gonna have
fine.
to keep me
We'll
up.
see.
with
You
it.
guys keep me up on baseball. I keep you up on that.
Got it.
Let's go.
First team, we ready? Dallas Cowboys over under 7.5. This is fucking easy for me. They are going under. Yeah, they got flashy and they got George Pickens, but Schottenheimer as the coach, disaster. The defense is getting older, a little bit banged up. Dak, I mean, he's an above average quarterback. That's about it. They don't have a real running game, so we're looking at CeeDee Lamb, who's great. Pickens, Ferguson's a nice tight end over there, but I got to go under here because of the coaching, because they have the Commanders and the Eagles in that division. It's going to be really tough for Dallas, and Jerry's going to he'll make some stupid mistake with the organization and management of the team. What do you guys think? Over under 7.5?
Win total?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know, man. I kind of like the Cowboys. Man. I just personally, from a standpoint,
You like that George Pickens signing.
I do like it. But Dak is kind of a mess sometimes, and he can be a diva. He's coming back off the injury too, so I'm gonna go under.
I feel like that's a low total for like America's favorite team. You know, like
Well, they want everyone to take the over.
yeah.
A
So-
Vegas trap is what you're saying.
I mean, well, most of the about I think
it's a good line, though.
I think it's 60% of like over unders go under. So keep that in mind.
Shit. Okay.
It's a tough division. I mean, you got the two NFC
Pressure's
champions.
on, Brett.
Yeah, Brett.
I'll take the over. It seems like a low total for the Cowboys.
All right. That's a. I'll take that. All right. Next up, Ben, we have. This is a really easy one for me. Denver Broncos 9.5. This is a smash over bet. Love the head coach Sean Payton. Bo Nix year 2 made the playoffs last year. Their schedule is not bad at all. Division last year they went 3-3. I think they'll go 4-2 in the division, and their schedule is very favorable. Plus, a big thing that I look into is their O&D line that got better, and they got Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga from the 49ers. So I was talking to one of my interns about it, and Broncos, the Chiefs are going to regress. I'm not sure if they'll win the division, but I definitely think they make the playoffs again. And just the coaching and the O&D line, and Marvin Mims was nasty last year, Cortland Sutton. So, and then they have Surtain on the outside. So I think they get 11 wins. That's my prediction. Broncos in that tough division over under 9.5.
I'm a big Bo Nix fan, so I'm going to go over as well. I think they're only getting better. Like you said, they just made some key acquisitions, so I think it's going to go over for sure.
I'm also going over. I went to Oregon, so I biased.
We're Ducks guys. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So give me the over all day. Let's
Yeah.
go next.
My intern was going through the research yesterday, and I'm like, holy shit, the Broncos are going to be. I mean, they were nasty last year, but Sean Payton, and then as I was saying, I look into the O&D line, and they're stacked on both fronts, and they got a lockdown quarter. Their weapons are good too.
Surtain, right?
Yeah,
The Broncos are going to be good.
And
yeah.
Bo Nix looked settled.
And their schedule's I think it's Indy and the Colts to start, and they play the Jets and their schedule's not bad, and I think they go 4-2 in the division, so they get 5 wins the rest of the or 6 wins the rest of the year. I think it's definitely achievable.
That's cake.
So we're doing some of the bigger teams today. I'm gonna hold off on the Packers till Matt gets back. Another team in my division, since I'm a Packers fan, Lions over under 10.5. I'll wait for Ben to get the clock on there. Lions over under 10.5. I'm going under here for the Detroit Lions.
Wow.
I think they get 9 or 10 wins. Everybody's high on them, of course, but they did lose to the Commanders, and then they precedingly lost both coordinators. Yes, they have the weapons and whatnot, but I think that probably the biggest news that nobody's talking about is their center, Frank Ragnow, one of the best in the league, retired. And then you're losing your offensive coordinator. You're losing your defensive coordinator as head coaches. Ben Johnson was phenomenal on offense. Dan Campbell was a great motivational coach, but not as much tactical, in my opinion. So in that tough division, I say the Lions, they go under. They win 9 or 10 games this year. What do you guys think?
I think he's definitely a Packers fan. But
That's fair. I am, for sure.
I think with the injury to Hutchinson and stuff, too, it's going to take a while.
I forgot about that.
They're going to kind of have to, resynchronize on defense a little bit. So I think that I'm a Lions fan. I like what they had to show last year. I think
10 wins still gets you in the playoffs, though. I'm not saying that they're out of the playoffs.
With the coaching as well, I think they take enough risks and chances to try to go and win games, hard, tough games. So I think over.
I'll go with under. If you're telling me about that center, then it's going to be tough to run the ball.
Yeah, I'm getting you on this O&D line, yeah.
Jameer Gibbs, man,
No, they got him in Montgomery. It's nasty, but
he'll be okay.
They'll get hurt.
In addition to your offensive coordinator leaving and the schedule being tough with the Vikings, Bears are going to be better. They've got a much better O-line. The Packers are going to be good. So that's good there. Seemingly every year I go under with this team, and I'm going to do it again. The Houston Texans over under 9.5. I'm going under here. Yes, Stroud. They could go 9-8 and easily make the playoffs. Because they're in a crappy division. So Houston Texans, yes, they have C.J. Stroud, and he's top 10 quarterback. I don't have a question about that. But they still have a defensive head coach. I think the Titans in that division and the Colts aren't going to be as bad as people think. Jacksonville's improved, so they'll have a decent record there. But again, I think Houston, a team that's a little overvalued because they have flashy C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, stuff like that on their team. Their lines are okay, but I think they win 9 games, still win that division, but they go 9-8. The margins are very thin. And I know the public's going to be taking the over for them. So what do you guys think?
I think under as well. I think, like you said, it's a very it's going to be a threshold. You either lose by 1 game or you win by 1 game.
Yeah.
It's going to be very close. So I'd rather be on the under than the over. I don't think that they have enough pieces to kind of push them over the edge yet. So I think it's still middle of the pack team. I love C.J. Stroud. I'm a big fan. I like him as a person and a football player, but I still don't think they have enough yet.
I'll take the under as well there. It seems like that division, it's always 500.
Yeah.
It's a shit division.
It's hovering right on.
It's the both Souths. It's the NFC South too is pretty garbage too.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I look at that you guys might find interesting is for over under win totals. Let's say a team like the Texans, the last game, they're at exactly 9 wins. I like to fade that team if like there's a lot of liability, especially on like a better team. You know, maybe the Lions are 10.5 and they're at 10 at the last game. I'll bet on the other side just for fun. Because I'm like, all right, Vegas always knows like the public was all over this team.
For the over win total.
Yeah. So I did that 2 years ago with Tennessee.
Kind of like insurance.
Yeah. I did that 2 years ago with Tennessee and it worked. Last year it didn't work with Tennessee. I think it was Houston last year that was right around there over under. But it's just something to look at towards the end of the year. It's fun. I'll text you guys about it.
Yeah,
the end.
that is a guy.
No. It's just interesting.
This guy loves futures too, so you could definitely do that and then be in a hedge position too, which is like great.
Do you do the Circuit Survivor content?
I was just there. I'm planning on doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna be there next month.
You did it, didn't you? Right?
I did.
Yeah, you did it.
Who'd you lose on?
I don't even remember. Man.
It wasn't good. It wasn't. It was like 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, right? Yeah. Something. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt's gonna see that edit from Ben. All right, we got the last team because we're gonna not talk about my Packers until Matt gets back.
Okay.
Want to hear his opinion. Same division. Indianapolis Colts over under 7.5.
Oh.
It's very hard for me to make a decision on this team right now because we don't know who the quarterback is. I think if it's Daniel Jones, I think they win 8 games. Again, another barely over. I just think the roster is really talented. They have a great coach in Shane Steichen. O-line is very good. And they do have some weapons there as well with Pittman and Pierce and Taylor in the backfield. So I don't know too much about their defense, but again, their division is crappy. They probably go 3-3 in the division. I really like the coaching there. And yeah, their schedule's not crazy either. So if they start Daniel Jones, I think they win 8 games. They're not going to make the playoffs, but they'll be competitive. If they start Richardson, they're going under. So I'm going to say over for Jones, under for Richardson.
I think you were spot on. I have to kind of agree with you there. Like AR is like, to me, like I'm like, wow. Sometimes then I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like half the time it's like he can either be really good. And I'm like, wow, okay, he's going to win us a couple more games. But I think they get handed a couple easy games in the division, depending on who they play. But if Daniel Jones starts, they're going to do better than with AR. I just think he hasn't proven yet, hasn't gotten enough snaps. He just
too many mistakes.
He doesn't know how to
low
play.
Completion percentage.
His
about everything that's wrong.
His mental isn't there yet.
Yeah.
Like physically, could be a really good quarterback, but I just think he doesn't make the right decisions yet. And Daniel Jones has enough experience under center.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we can go win this game right now. What do you think?
I think there's a lot of injury risks with the Colts.
I'm going
Taylor
under.
always seems to get hurt.
I'm going under for
Daniel
sure.
Jones gets hurt.
They have a lot of
Richardson
good
gets hurt.
individual players that don't know how to play football together.
Yeah, they do have a good team there. So we got a few things to wrap up here. We'll do kind of a rapid fire. NFL division winners. We're not going to do all of them. Like the Bills are going to win the East unless you guys have some crazy reason why they are not going to win the AFC East.
No.
Yeah. But let's see. Oh, giving me an ad.
What's your division parlay going to be?
I don't know.
He's a big division parlay.
Yeah, we still got time.
Big division parlay guy.
Yeah, your baseball.
All right, there we go. So division, let's see. We'll go through this real quick, and then I got one final question. AFC South, are we going with Houston? I'm going to go with Houston.
I think so. Yeah, it's not
9-8. Houston, book it. 9-8. They're winning the division again.
What are the odds on that? Like plus 150?
Plus 100.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. AFC North, Ravens minus 145, Bengals plus 225.
Ooh, that's tough. I want to say Bengals just because I love Joey B.
Because they're the sexy, flashy team.
But Lamar, man, he's just so good.
I started watching quarterbacks. He's a cool
so
guy.
good. I've met him a couple times.
Joe?
He comes. No, Lamar. He
okay.
comes by our buildings and stuff. He's so cool. But it's and he's such a good quarterback. I love watching him play. But Joey B, man, it's just he's like Peyton Manning. Just watching him. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna go with Bengals just because I like Joe Burrow and I think that they have enough offense.
Plus 225.
Enough offense to get it done.
I'm going Steelers. Defense.
Plus 550.
Ooh.
They just always seem to compete, and they got a good.
You think Rodgers puts them up? Wow, that's a bold.
You forgot that they signed Rodgers?
I think it's going to be close. All those teams can win it.
I think Rodgers is washed.
Gotcha.
I don't think the Ravens run away with it.
I agree with that. I agree.
All right, that's fair. AFC West. Chiefs, Chargers, or Broncos? You got the Broncos and Chargers at plus 300.
I gotta go Chiefs.
I feel like you can't fade them until they actually lose.
That's what I'm saying.
We've
yeah.
all learned our lesson on.
They're gonna regress, but
Not that bad, yeah. We look at each other every time and say it's always the Chiefs. Like you can't
Mahomes until
fade
it's not.
Patrick Mahomes until it's not Patrick Mahomes anymore.
Yeah, I think Ben probably learned that from all these shows. Don't fade the goats of the sport.
What are the odds on that? Because if it's minus
120.
Yeah, I just wouldn't play it then.
No,
yeah. NFC North. Lions plus 135, Packers plus 260, Vikings plus 360, Bears plus 450.
Wow.
No, thank you to the Bears. I'll stay with
No.
you.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. But it's either gonna be Packers or Lions for me. I don't. What do you think?
So
I feel like the obvious.
I'm so biased. I can't even. I'm not gonna comment.
What are the Packers bringing this year though to the table?
What's the new? Yeah, what did they make?
We
any
drafted
good-
a receiver. We didn't really do that much.
That was it.
We just gotta hope Jordan Love progresses. That's kind of the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll go Lions.
Okay, yeah. I was like, well, I mean, he was talking about how they have a lot of things shifting for the Lions and stuff, but I still think that they're an overall more complete team. Take them to win.
Is Sam Darnold QB again this year?
It's McCarthy.
McCarthy. Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes, so we're gonna do 3 more divisions and then one final question. So, Eagles or Commanders in the East, unless you have the Cowboys for some reason.
I'm a big Jaden Daniels guy, but I think the Eagles win.
Commanders plus 225 is spicy for me. I like that one.
I agree, but I mean, I think since that one Hail Mary game, everybody's high on them.
The next one, I'm gonna have to look at the camera for this. NFC West, Niners plus 150, Rams plus 175. Rams plus 175. I've been talking about it on this show. The Devontae Adams addition there, the coaching, the quarterback, the defense is so young and great. I love the Rams plus 175 to win that division. I know them and the Niners have an easy schedule, but I like the quarterback and the coach better for the Rams, and their defense I think is only getting better with how young they are. So I'm going the Rams to win the division and pretty confidently, and I like that odds of plus 175.
I think the 49ers are on the way out as a great team as well. They had that good run where they were winning a lot of games, but now I feel like it's just slowly been declining since then, especially last season wasn't the best for them either. So I'm going to say the Rams might be able to take the division as well.
I got to go Rams. We ran into a
Let's go, baby.
running back at a party last week. And
Jordan
Waters, running back for the Rams, rookie. So I told him.
Should we watch out for him in fantasy?
McVay
from
always
Duke.
brings
He's
in
from
those
Duke.
second, third string running backs.
Yeah.
So I told him I'm betting his anytime touchdown score all year. We'll see if he makes the team.
He'll probably get one. And then the last division, NFC South, Bucks plus 100, Falcons plus 225, Panthers plus 400.
Falcons.
Bucks.
I gotta go Bucks still. I gotta go Bucks because of Baker.
He's good.
They still got Godwin and Evans there, and yeah. So I think the Rams are the main like dog, and then one of you said some big dog there. Pittsburgh Steelers. That's I'm gonna hold you. You better bet on that. You better bet on that.
Yeah, we better see the ticket.
All right. So last segment we like to do here is it's called the Podium Picks. So we talk about a number of topics. I'll probably start and let you guys process. But the question this week is the top 3 quarterbacks you would want to road trip with all time. So guys, you'd want to hang out with that are quarterbacks. It could be Brady or anybody like that.
Oh, I know.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel, and let's see who's the other one now. It'd be probably Russell Wilson, just so I could laugh the whole time.
Wow. Okay, Brett.
I'm going Joe Montana.
Oh my god!
You
want to hang out with a bunch of old dudes?
Yeah, dude. It's a vet.
All right, that's one.
Any? Can you help me here?
No,
what do you want?
No, not help. Just think of the quarterbacks. We just talked about a bunch of them.
Marcus Mariota.
Oh,
why?
That's a good one. Oregon.
Just a homie,
All right,
He's brings the Hawaiian vibes. It's like an islander. He knows how
Okay.
to have a good time.
All right.
Bias pick.
That's fair. All right.
And
It's kind of like an idol.
I gotta go Aaron Rodgers. Ayahuasca.
Oh, that would be
Let's go do some
that's a
ayahuasca
great
together.
one.
This.
I know Blake Bortles throws down, so I was like, that dude's hilarious.
Yeah.
And Johnny Manziel, come on,
No, I like the
good show.
I like the Manziel
I
one.
feel like Russell Wilson is just like something like he's just gonna do catchphrases the whole time, and I'm just gonna be drunk with Johnny Manziel and Blake Bortles. Like, you hear this dude?
Yeah, I'm thinking road trip across the country. I got to go with the GOAT, Brady. I know it's a simple answer, but Brady's he just would have a lot of stories.
He's
and
funny,
I
too.
feel like I would learn a lot from him. So that's my like non-partying guy. I mean, also he did get drunk like for the Super Bowl with the Bucks and whatever.
Yeah.
That's number one. Joe Burrow. I've been watching quarterbacks, and I've always thought he's like a cool guy. I just would want to hang out with him and whatnot. And then I'm trying to think of like a fuckboy like party guy. I thought of Gronk, but he's not a quarterback.
That's what I immediately thought too.
Who in the league is kind of like that? You know who I've heard is pretty fun. I'll just throw him out there. Baker Mayfield. I heard he's a really fun,
Absolutely.
sociable guy.
How did none of us think of Jameis Winston?
Oh, that you know what? That would be honestly.
Come on.
Jameis is just a
Come
fun.
on.
Yeah, Jameis is just a fun guy there. So we like to do that every week. But guys, our time is wrapping up here. So it's been a pleasure, Blake and Brett.
Thank you so
from
much for
Bigger
having
Bets. Would love to hear it for the people. Where can they find you on social medias?
So follow us on Instagram at It's Bigger Bets, and we got a Telegram too. It's Bigger. Everything is It's Bigger Bets. ITS Bigger Bets.
YouTube too.
YouTube as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this was a blast, guys. Really loved having you on. Matt will be back next week for the show. Good to be back. This was a great episode. We're closing in on football, guys. Thank Podcast Junkies here in Boca Raton again, our boy Ben. And yeah, have a great rest of your week, and follow us on all socials. Make Vegas pay, baby, and we'll be on next Tuesday.
Thank you for
Have a
having
good
us,
one.
guys.
Thanks, Simon.